And party people, it is Winning Wednesday. This is your daily morning motivational message. I apologize for getting a little bit late today, but we are here making it do what it do. I want to ask you the question of letting go and letting God. You've heard that phrase before, let go and let God, meaning there are some things that are beyond our control. We have to be able to recognize it's called the serenity prayer, knowing and praying for the things that I can do something about, and then praying for those things that I can't do something about, and knowing the difference is the serenity prayer. That's discernment, that's wisdom. And so, for example, there are things that are going to take place in your life that are unexpected. There are things that are going to pop up. There will be interruptions to your well planned schedule. There will be disruptions to your well organized, executed plans of action. And you have to be able to adapt because champions adjust. And so, really understanding the gravity of that phrase, letting go and letting God, it's going to mean different things to different people depending upon where you're at in your journey of life, what stages you're at, what kind of responsibilities you have or don't have, what's on your plate. And it's going to have different faces along the way. So sometimes when you're in the midst of your matriculation in your educational process, maybe you're getting ready to graduate high school or college or graduate school, or you're in the thick of law school or medical school. And so you're working and studying 70, 80, 90, 100 hours a week, and it's just go, 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 go. And that's all you can do. That's everything that you are. And in the midst of that, you're still going to have things that pop up and challenges that are unexpected to come across your face. And you have to be able to know when to let go and let God. Stop trying to control every little thing in your life. Stop trying to micromanage every little thing in your life. Stop trying to impose what you want into a situation that may not be for you. It may not be unfolding the way that you think it's supposed to be. And so you have to be willing to let go and let God. Take a step back. Sometimes when you release, there is a weight that will be lifted from your back. You will stand up a little bit taller. Your energy will feel lighter. You'll feel better. You'll feel like you're more in of a flow state because you've released that burden of trying to grab on and hold on and to mold and shape something that at the end of the day you have no control over. When you try to control things, it's an illusion, and it will drive you nuts. Why? Because you keep trying to think and say to yourself, this is the way it's supposed to be, and I know this. And so you think that the more you fight for that and the more you try to make that thing happen, that's going to, eventually it's going to cave into your will. He or she convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. And that's not just for people, it's for situations. And so you have to understand and recognize maybe I need to reframe how I'm looking at this because it shouldn't be this much work, me trying to like force it. And it's kind of like when you take on a position and you know in your heart of hearts, this is not the right fit for who I am, what my strengths are, what do I aspire to. And it's one thing to go into that situation and recognize that. And so you go in and you say, this is not the right fit. I understand this is probably going to be very temporary. Let me just make the best of it and then I'll move on. Versus going into that situation and you're like, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to put on a brave face. I'm going to put my best foot forward and let's get into it. And over time, it's not really who you want to be. It's not really what you want to do. And you can't deny that. Your body doesn't lie. Your spirit doesn't lie. Your alignment doesn't lie. Eventually the chickens are going to come home to roost. So letting go means, hey, you know what? That's not for me. I'm going to keep moving. I have faith that something better will come my way. Hey, you know what? Instead of trying to force this person into this mold or this idea of what I want them to be, let go of that. Let God do what God's going to do, and I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to release and let me just focus on being a better version of myself and let this play out the way it's going to play out. Parents try to mold and make their children into things that they don't really want to be because they have this idea, this fixed idea in their head. So understanding that we all have the opportunity to move in a spirit of greater freedom by not falling into the trap of trying to make things the way we want to make them. Now, it doesn't mean that you cannot have an idea, have a vision, and go out and fulfill that vision, go out and create that clear, concise mental picture. That's not what I'm talking about, because the things that you see for yourself, that's different because it's you, okay? Excuse me, you can impose your will on yourself. If you see yourself, being a better steward, being a better business owner, being more fit, being healthier, being more joyful, those things you have control over, and you can do those things. And when things come into your space that you don't have control over, let go and let God. Bless them and let them move forward. So understand that some of these things that you're holding on to, you got to let go. You have to let go. You might be in a relationship and the relationship has run its course and you're in denial about that. Listen, it takes two people to tango, okay? You can't tango by yourself. And if you're with someone that doesn't want to be with you, let go and let God. You might be in a job or career track and you really don't want to be there. You really have a passion to do something else. Well, go do that something else. I'm not saying leave the job before you have one. Go ahead and get you another job. Okay. I'm not saying that, be strategic, but start working towards that other thing that you really are passionate about. And just do your job, keep your commitment, but let go of feeling like I can't pursue this thing. Go ahead and pursue that thing. See what happens. Have some faith, have some belief. Stop trying to mold your children the way you want them to be. Find out who they want to be and help them become that. Even if you don't fully understand it or agree with it, it's okay. Have some faith and trust that you've instilled the right principles and the right value system in them so that they can go out here and be the best version of themselves. And maybe, your son doesn't want to be a world-class surgeon. He wants to be a race car driver. And you can't relate to that. Well, let your son go ahead and be a race car driver. As long as he's a good person, he has empathy, he has integrity, he's got a extreme work ethic, and he's looking to add value to the world. Let him go be a race car driver if he doesn't want to be a surgeon. That's what you want for your son. He don't want to be a surgeon. You want your daughter to be a lawyer. She wants to be an actor. Let her be an actor. Okay? Let go and let God. So I just wanted to put that out there because it's something that we all wrestle with at some point in time. And that serenity prayer is I know I butchered it, but knowing what you can change and what you can't change and the wisdom to know the difference, that's the serenity prayer. If you got some value out of this quick hit, go ahead and like and subscribe and go ahead and share this message with somebody that you want to be a blessing to, because it's a blessing to be a blessing. We'll see you tomorrow.